I'll never forget that. We used to stand around the shower. And one day, Lazarito Valaga got a fucking piece of soap and put it up one of the kids' asses. And the shit was on the soap.
Ooh.
And he threw it on the floor.
Oh, my God.
Fucking the nun came and smacked like a kid. Who the fuck would put that?
Oh.
She thought I did it. Like, I look like the type of guy that puts a bar of soap up and fucking ass.
God. Oh, my God.
She was smacking people. Who did that with a bar of soap?
Oh, my God.
And Lazarito went behind some kid and went like that. Your ass is dirty. And the soap was white with a little, like, it looked like a fucking, like one of those.
Oh, man.
Not a snow cone, but the other one that's dipped in chocolate. Like
oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. The things.
And I shouldn't be saying this shit like
I
this.
know.
It's crazy because I was watching that fucking Michael Jackson thing.
I didn't watch it. Was it bad?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
It's,
and who's it coming from? Who? Some of these victims?
Two kids that went to testify that Michael was good to them. And then the effects of this stuff came into their lives, you know, the effects of getting your tongue licked at 7 and, you know, then the kid came back to shoot the video and it was Macaulay Culkin. And I related to one part of it. I did relate to one part of it because it happened to me, is being overwhelmed. All the parents were very overwhelmed. So they're not talking to Nick Turturro, who lives in whatever the fuck you live. They're talking to Nick Turturro, who lived in Rosedale.
Right.
And your father worked hard every day, and your mother worked hard. And all of a sudden, you do a dance contest and you win, and they take a picture of you, and Michael Jackson requests to meet you. And he flies to your hometown, he meets you, meets your parents, and all of a sudden, a week later, he flies you and your middle-class working parents out from Queens.
Right.
Brings them to Neverland, wherever the fuck they live. I mean, they both had this similar story. And, you know, you go to, these kids were saying shit that it was Michael Jackson. So you went to Toys R Us, and it was like, fill the cart to the top. But on top of that, they're taking care of your parents, you know. So now Michael Jackson comes to you and says, I fucking love Nick, you know.
Right.
He's 7, he's going to be a great fucking dancer. The talent is overbearing. I want to take you and him on the road on my international tour.
Right.
Japan, Tokyo, Australia,
whatever.
All the places your parents ever dreamed about going. They don't have 2 nickels to rub together.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? At the beginning of the tour, you're staying right next to Michael Jackson's room. And you got a maid and room service. At the end of the night, your kid wants to sleep with Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in his room. And they got extra room. So you're like, you don't want to break your kid's heart.
Sure.
He's Lily's hero. How harmless could this be?
Right.
And then, you know, I mean, they just told me stories that, and I look at it as getting overwhelmed, you know, you're middle class. I mean, the one lady even said he lent us money to buy a house in Simi Valley. I mean, Michael was very generous, that whole thing. It's a story of these 2 guys, and I had this happen to somebody close to me.
Right.
This similar situation didn't happen with a celebrity. It happened to them with a relative.
Right.
And they, you know, pulled me aside one day and said, can they talk to me? And this person
so
was
2 kids had similar stories?
Similar stories of how they were rotated, how, you know, what he did, what he didn't do, how he kept in touch with them, how the kid, and both of them are successful. Like, they both went out. One kid went to be a choreographer for Britney Spears, and when he was 14, he tried to fuck him in the ass, and it hurt too much. So he fucking took his dick out.
Michael?
And they drove him to his house. The car drove him to his house, and he went back to whatever. The mother. Then the next day, Michael's secretary called that they were going to pick him up right away, and Michael brought him to the studio and said, "What'd you do with the underwear? Let's go home and get it before anybody finds it, because there might be blood stains in it." You know, it's just, and you sit there.
I don't know what to
You sit there as a parent. You sit there as a human being. You sit there as a man. You sit there as somebody who likes kids, but I also sit there as a criminal. And I know when somebody is playing with somebody's mind, you know, and you and I both know. Look at what happened 2 weeks ago with Jesse Smollett. That didn't happen because he was gay. That didn't happen because he was black. That happened because of the pressures of Hollywood, bro. Sometimes we forget who the fuck we are.
Right.
And it happens to all of us at one time.
No, people get caught
And
up.
then we catch ourselves and go, what the fuck
What am I
was I
doing?
thinking?
Right.
I don't like these people. I don't know nothing about these people.
Right.